All right, boys. So, and girls, actually, there's I think like 4 of my subscribers that aren't dudes. So I can't just be calling everybody boys because I can't assume genders because I'll get in trouble. Yeah. All right. So today, what the fuck is my cat doing? Don't get a cat. I switched cars with my sister, and she's currently driving the original car that got me into the car community. Now, no, this car didn't get me into cars. I have another car. I will be doing videos on that car because I still have it, but that car's gonna be a lot more work than anything you guys ever imagined. Now, this car is, some of you may be happy to see it, some of you may not, simply because of the fact of what it is. It's not anything super special. But yeah, it needs a little bit of work. It's, lowered. So when you lower a car that much, it's not that low, but it's lowered almost a solid 2 inches all the way around. So it does have wear and tear that dailying does incur on a car that is lowered. Yeah, I said that right. It needs new control arm bushings, tie rod ends. Well, not tie rod ends, I lied. Ball joints. And it needs the wheel hub assemblies with the bearings on it. I do have everything, so this video today is just going to be a brief introduction of the car because it is a part of this channel. It is part of the fleet. In my opinion, it's the best sounding car in the fleet. So it's got a little bit of work done to it. It's got TrickFlow 44cc heads. It also has the stage 2 TrickFlow cams. It doesn't chop too hard because it's like a daily cam still, so it won't, it's not gonna chop like crazy. This car was actually originally an automatic car, which I wish I filmed all of this, but this is back in the day when I didn't even think of YouTubing. I swapped it in my driveway from an automatic to a manual car, and right now this is transmission number 3 or 4 in the car. I can't even remember. I don't remember what I did with the first automatic. But that was another journey and experience I should have shared, but I never got the chance to. And it has basically full bolt-ons except for the intake manifold, which you can't really get a crazy intake manifold for it unless you want to rev it out to like 7,500 RPM. So it's I don't really want to rev it out that high anymore because it's my sister's daily. So until she gets another car though, that car is going to stay stock. All I'm going to do to it is probably visual mods just to clean it up a bit. It does need paint. It's got Bondo all over it. It's a lot of fun. All right, so boom, here it is. It's actually pretty filthy because it was sitting under that tree. And it got rear-ended a few days ago. Not days ago, a few weeks ago. This happened to it, so parts of being a daily, But eventually I'll be able to get a new bumper for it, at least. That's the least I can do for this car. And the paint's bubbling. That's beautiful. Alright, so I got the brake disc off, or the rotor off, and listen to this. This is just this side, driver's side. Sounds terrible. It has no play back and forth. That does not sound good. It's probably the noise I'm hearing. It sounds like a second motor almost. Just it goes with RPM. So to my look, Florida just came rolling by and absolutely started pouring. And I just got soaked from head to toe. So for today, I'm just gonna do the wheel bearings. I'm gonna completely forget about the. So for today, I'm just gonna do the wheel bearings, and I'm gonna completely forget about doing the control arms until another day. Probably next weekend. Probably in another video. So I'm not gonna be able to show you very much because I don't want to get my camera wet. Cameras and water aren't very good. So I'll just keep you guys updated as I go on. Right now, I basically took apart the entire control arm. All I had to do was take the 2 bolts out, but I need to actually remove part of the steering rack just to get the front bolt out, so I've slapped it back together. And I'm just gonna do the wheel hubs, like I said. The new, I guess I can't call it the spindle goes this way. But I got the new wheel hub on with the new bearings. Now I'm gonna work on putting the brake disc on, putting the wheel back on, and I'll start on the other side. All right, so I got this side done. So both sides got new wheel bearings now. I'm gonna go ahead and take a shower because I am absolutely disgusting. And I'm gonna wait for the rain to subside a little bit, and I'll catch you guys when that happens. All right, so the rain has calmed down to a drizzle. I'm gonna give this car a good quick test drive, and I'm gonna take it to grab lunch real quick. So. So with that, I'll conclude this video. If it clears up and there's any car meets, there's a possibility of me taking the Camaro over to the to a car meet, but that's if it clears up. There's also a possibility both cars might come out. It depends if my sister feels like driving or not. So, if you like this video, like, comment, subscribe. I'm over here about to grub up, so stay tuned for the next video. I'm going to be doing control arms on this thing, or maybe even something on the Camaro. Some parts did come in, so whenever I have time to install the parts, you guys will see what parts I got.